morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you're getting up this morning, if you're on your way to school, you're on your way to work, everyone within the sound of my voice, good morning. It's Ari, and with me is Christal. But before Christal happen, let me just say good morning to Duppy and the workers over at Tussie that tuned in this morning. Good morning.
Who's Duppy?
Duppy is my good partner.
Duppy, no, who if you frightened?
No, not dead people, Duppy. Dopwell, Duppy.
Oh, Doppy.
Yes, Doppy.
That's
but
different.
Same thing. Same, but different. But still same.
I'm like, my mind goes straight to that song. Anyways, good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is now 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. You're listening to Activated Mornings on the Clean First Sound. That's WEFM 99.9. As Ari said, my name is Christal. Of course, we are going to, no pun intended, are going to take you up until 10 o'clock this morning. And first off, we're going to start off with a bit of commentary on something that we have seen. Some people get annoyed, some people don't care, but let's see where you stand or sit or lie down with this one here. By the way, the WhatsApp number to send a voice note, send a message, or call is 457-9997. And the number to call as well via landline is 457-9997. Everything is the same. Now, the question is, right, how do you feel about, good morning to all the minibus drivers and conductors in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? All right, this is just a very simple question. How do you feel about the dress code for some of our minibus conductors? And I can extend that to drivers, but more so the conductors, because most people really don't have an issue with the driver's dress code. But how do you feel about how they dress when they come to work to take our monies and move us from one place to the next? Hit us up and let us know from your experiences. Whatever, if it is that you are a passenger day to day, maybe once a week or so, or once a month, and you've seen a couple of things, sometimes more than you need to see. Oh, my eyes, my eyesight.
Some people say their nose, the eyes, the nose.
I have never had a within the last year, at least, I've never had a case where I've had a problem with my nostrils.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. But dress code, I really think that there are some conductors who could do a little better with the way they dress. And this can be extended to some vendors in some parts as well, because honestly, if I'm getting into a bus, especially if I'm seated in the conductor's space and he has to stand over me, I do not want to see what you put on under your pants. I don't want to see your boxers. And we get that from time to time. Don't have an issue with like armpits and so on. Thank God they have improved in that. But I think there's much to be desired with the way some of them dress. And it'll be interesting to know if they will entertain a conversation on setting some sort of standard across the board, especially with the pants. I think the pants is the issue. Personally, I don't really feel too comfortable. I don't know how other people might feel when they wear like the 3/4 pants and you're wearing maybe a 3/4 pants too, and you're like touching.
Little friction from a stranger.
I'm like, that's too much skin.
A little friction from a stranger. Hello, good morning.
I know it's
How are
public
you?
transport, but
$152. Calico Villa.
Which $150? $2, please. There's no such thing as $150 anymore.
Wow, we're supposed to choose violence only, boy.
Let's do that. We're gonna choose violence. Remember, you can drop your comments on the live too, right? We're more concerned with them brushing their teeth and using roll-on before. But yes, pull up their pants too. Yeah, pull up your pants. Just a little nicer now, man. Ari, how you feel?
I got the last I catch van, honestly.
Oh Lord. So...
Honestly. And if I do, enter often in the conductor's seat. So I don't really have the plum of you, and I don't really have them over me. But that's a personal choice I make. But I'm wondering, what are you proposing when it comes to the dress code?
I just want to see like some of them dress a little better. Maybe it's like a personal one-on-one conversation to be had. I think the drivers too could kind of speak to some of them. Just pull up your pants, put on a belt. A belt, what is it, like $10? I don't know how much money you make or whatever, but um, some of it could be solved with a belt and possibly maybe a longer pants in some cases, because some conductors don't stand up at all, and some of them do. But to dress a little nicer, I don't know. I think you
Well,
guys can look a little,
well, how would you combat the heat if I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt so you can
I'm
look
asking you
and
for
see
to
my
wear
arm?
long
Yeah.
sleeve.
Well, so
I'm
how could?
saying the top is no issue, right? It's the bottom is the problem. I come on, tell it around.
The what? The what? So what you're saying is not the knees alone, Robin. That's what I'm saying. This bright and early Wednesday morning, the Friday
Harry,
Eve.
you could not laugh sometimes.
I can't help it. I love stupidness. I can't help it. It's not the top. That's my concern. It's the
And he
bottom.
repeating it.
You said it.
I know, but you don't have to repeat
Yeah, I
it
was
too.
thinking it, but you said it.
Okay.
So I want to know, what are you proposing to be
For
done with the
service
bottoms?
providers, let me extend it now. For service providers, you could dress a little nicer, right? Even if you're selling fruits on the street or you're selling on the street, you're a vendor, you could dress a little.
Vendors.
Men. I think it's the men. Some of the men. Pull up your pants. Because if anybody come to me with the pants below, I ain't buying. I'm not buying. But that's my personal stand. I don't know how other people feel about it. But some people don't care, obviously. I'm not asking, like, okay, I am in a long sleeve because I work in AC. And when I get outside, I'm gonna roll these up. You know, it is too hot to be wearing. They might say so too. Too hot to be wearing.
That's what I was asking you. How they going to combat the heat? I'm pretty sure
Ah,
that is why they wearing the 3/4 pants. And listen, I don't believe any conductor should be wearing sleeveless shorts. That's my personal belief. Because if
sleeveless.
you're hot, you will stay hot, and then there's nothing protecting us from you. If that making sense. But I think they should have a freedom to wear what they want, like except for sleeveless shorts.
With okay, a belt.
Yeah.
A belt.
I mean, a belt is common decency.
Yeah,
You,
why you don't want to sit on any conductor's seat?
for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is why I try not to catch vans as well. I have a problem with personal space, and I don't like somebody over me. And how do I how do I say this? When there's a service that I'm spending my money on,
You could say cock up
especially
over here because technically
Rasta
speaking, they cock up over here. But
no man do what? No.
no. And you see, this is the hypocrisy in all of it too, right? Um, four guys were sitting in the backseat of a car, jam up to go out to fet,
Gross.
right? Three guys, a car full of man, but you would not sit in the front seat.
Yeah, because the front seat is where the driver shifting gears.
No,
Nobody
not
shifting
all.
gears
No,
in
no,
the
no, no,
back
no, no,
seat.
no, no. Not all vans
They said that is the way it
have
was since the beginning
manual
of time.
transmission.
Ever since Adam and Eve,
Some vans
people
have
refuse to sit in front seat.
Some vans have automatic transition, and the I don't know.
But
the lever
They
is
still find
next
out if
to.
we touch the
No.
college girls' legs.
Oh,
So they still shifting some kind of gear some way
no,
somehow.
that's a different kind of conversation, right? That's a
But
different kind of conversation.
as it relates to the dress code, unless you're proposing a uniform.
Not uniform, just a little nicer to put some respect on the conductors, man. There is this one particular guy. I don't know his name. I don't know where he's from. I think he works on either Villa Calico Van or Calico Prospect. He okay, in colloquial terms, he just dressed down. He looks nice. Maybe it is that he could afford it, and that's another thing too. Being able to extend it to like food service providers too.
I think that one is the one that I care more about, because some people do not care how they carry themselves and they want to sell you produce. How?
I'm just remembering
Make it make sense.
Alice in Jamaica. Every time I think about food now and food vendors, it has stained my image. I'm
Who's,
not even in Jamaica,
who's Alice?
but this lady who would sell like crabs, she was a crab vendor, so she would cook up a crab and stuff. You know, like how some people do crab and kalu. She
Hmm.
cook it up, but she did a number two right at the stall because she had
Oh, the
gas.
video where the woman
Yeah,
is
yeah,
saying she
yeah.
saw her.
Right,
Oh,
and
okay,
like
okay.
apparently she it was a customary thing. So she felt sick because she didn't drink tea and she drank a hot beer and salt. And the bathroom was like 10 minutes away, so she couldn't make it down. That was her reason. So she did it right there. She did the number two right there.
For sale who?
Cleaned herself
Boy.
and then just continued selling.
Oh my.
And they shut down the entire establishment because there were several vendors there. She even started her own TikTok account and she tried to apologize, but some people aren't buying the apology. So that has tainted my image. No, and it's not, I don't even live there. But I've seen some vendors, they're selling food vendors, and like they're not wearing a simple hair covering. They're not covering
Yes,
their hair. I'm like, kid you,
yes, yes,
that's
yes.
not
And
cute.
that is a problem
And
for sure.
then I can understand maybe you cannot afford a staff, so you have to deal with the money and then you have to deal with the food, but that is still not sanitary. I know they give out certificates, they do training within the government. Whether or not you have done the training or you have your certificate, that is for questioning. But some of it is not even, it's not things that not supposed to be done. And I think people take it for granted because they either probably really hungry or they just don't care. Good morning, Kristen. Ari, nice topic. I ride lots of vans. They need to dress better. Some people prefer to sit and the conductor leg between the leg than have two guys sitting. I'm
That's a good point. Which one is worse? Which one is worse in that context? Which
No, but
one
this is true.
is
You would see
worse?
a guy sitting by the conductor seat and the conductor leg in between his legs and he don't want to sit down
Friction
in the
from a
front.
stranger, a little friction from a
Oh Lord
stranger.
Jesus. Leaves a bit to be desired holistically. Um, but going back to the food vendors too. I mean, simple things, simple things that you would like expect them to do and to know, especially for those who have been selling for quite some time. I remember there was a video sometime. Oh Lord, let me not bring this back up. Let me not bring it back up. But of a place where people would have frequented for years and they were washing their dishes. I think that was just part of the video, part of the whole action. I want to believe, never ate there, but um, it's just amazing what goes on behind closed doors and the food that we eat, we consume, and we
That's
just
in St. Vincent.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't know what goes on in the back room. We don't know if they have like an insect problem. We don't know if they've been inspected and when was the last time they were inspected. There are people who just set up shop today and start selling
That's a
tomorrow.
whole other conversation.
It's
What's the
disgustable,
what's the
but
sanitary regulations say when you open in restaurants? Are our restaurants graded? I don't think so.
I'm not sure about the grading, but the Ministry of Health would obviously come into play here. And if you go into the restaurants, you're supposed to see a certificate, health inspection, supposed to see a certificate in the building.
I
It's
can't
supposed to be
remember seeing
visible.
one anywhere.
Let's take a quick call. We got just about a minute. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Christal.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay. What you are speaking about is true because I used to work in a restaurant as a cook, right? And when I'm in the back, certain things happening, like fly landing on this and fly landing on that and all that thing. When I speak to the other workers and say, cover them up, people have to work, eat. He said, no, the fly make them sweeter.
We say you used to?
Yes, I used to.
There's a popular restaurant.
Yeah.
No name, no warrant.
And
Me
because
neighbor.
of what I said, not that only one restaurant, other restaurants I work, and when I try to tell them, they fire me. Because I said if you're cooking something for people out there who supporting you, you're supposed to be clean.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So right now, I don't get any job anymore because I stand for my truth.
That's very, very interesting.
That making me want to cry because God knows how much food I don't eat from them places, they boy.
Boy, and fly make it sweeter.
Ah,
Oh my
thank you very
days.
much, dear.
Yeah.
Wrong friction from wrong
Even,
stranger.
even one time when I was in Trinidad, I went to a restaurant and it's selling roti, and it was very popular. And one time, a lady sent me to buy roti. I bought one for myself, bought one for her. I didn't eat mine. I put it in the fridge until the next day. When in the morning we wake up, we want to find how the fridge smell like that. When we do find out, dog, they were killing and selling roti.
Sorry. That is wild. That's wild. That is wild.
The dog spoil.
And let me tell you another thing again. You see those Chinese restaurants? I was in England, and in those Chinese restaurants is the most nastiest thing you could find.
I have no comment. It's now 7:32. Unfortunately, we have to cut the call here, and we'll be back at 8
Yes,
with
no problem.
activated mornings. But
Thank you
for
so much
now,
for your call.
thank you very, very
Yeah.
much for your call.
All right.
We'll
yeah.
be back at 8 to wrap up
Right.
this conversation. But
You want to wrap this back up? Because I'm disgusted at this point.
but we have to break now and come back at 7:35 for traffic talk with PC 1040.